Shopping for pillows can be a challenge because if it's too firm, your neck's gonna hurt in the morning. If it's too soft, you might wake up out of alignment. And if you're a hot sleeper, the way that I am, thanks menopause, most pillows just make things worse no matter how they physically feel. And that's kind of why I was so interested in the air pillow from 8 Sleep. It uses memory foam with a temperature regulating gel that really does help you to stay cool at night. And after using it for a while, actually sleeping on it, I'll tell you everything you need to know about the air pillow, including how it feels and performs, my personal experience with it, pros and cons, and who I think it is best for. Now, the 8 Sleep pillow that I have is not the pod pillow cover, the one that's powered by a hub that actively cools and warms. This is different. This is the air pillow. It's a standalone pillow that I happen to have right here with me. So you can see I cut off the tag, which you're not supposed to do until you make it yours, which I have. So this is what the pillow itself looks like. It is a very large pillow. This is the king size, so I can't really fit it all in the frame because it's just too big. But this is what the side of the pillow looks like. So you can kind of see like how thick it actually is compared to the size of my hand. And it is memory foam, but it has a gel infused design that allows airflow to come through so it doesn't get hot like regular memory foam. If you're a hot sleeper at all and you've done research into mattresses and pillows, a lot of times you'll hear that memory foam is not really well suited to hot sleepers, which is true, but this is sort of a different design. And I'm gonna unzip the cover so you can actually see what the pillow looks like inside. You can see that there are a lot of holes through the pillow. And what's interesting is they're kind of small on one side and actually like twice the size on the other. And I'm not gonna remove this just because this is stitched on. It's a secondary cover that goes over the actual pillow material. I don't recommend taking that off. I would leave it in place. This exterior cover, however, the one that zippers on and off, you can take off to wash, and you can wash and dry with your laundry the way you normally would, and then just put it back on. And the way that this is designed, this pillow doesn't get hot. I'm coming from a place where I was using just a regular, a very old stuffed pillow. I don't know what's actually in it. It wasn't down. It was like a, just like a fill material, I guess. I have no idea. That pillow was probably at least a decade old. I was seriously in need of a new one, hence the air pillow. But this, when I'm laying on it, especially at first, it is physically cool and it stays that way for quite a while. I thought, like the first night that I slept with it, I was a little worried because I thought it was going to be too cold against my face, but it really ended up not being. And I will take you through and show you a little demonstration of me actually using it. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about the design and why it allows so much air to flow through despite being a memory foam material. So you can see it's very soft but dense. Like she's a dense, heavy pillow, but it conforms to the shape of your head and neck and shoulders, however you're laying on it, really, really well. This is the 8 Sleep air pillow. Now, this particular one, this is a king size, so it is pretty big. I'm trying to pan out far enough for you to see the whole thing, but it's a normal king size pillow size. But the material of this pillow, it's like a memory foam, like it's very, very squishy, so it conforms to the shape of your head, neck, and shoulders, or really whatever is laying against it and on it. But it has a design that allows a lot more air to flow through. So the surface of this, even as I've been laying on this pillow for several minutes now, it still feels cool. This pillow doesn't really get hot the way a lot of traditional pillows do, and I think that's the biggest benefit to this. Even though it is a type of memory foam like material, it's very airy. It is very dense. Like, this is a dense, heavy pillow, but the airflow through it, I don't get sweaty at night. Like, my head never feels like it's overheating, so it is really effective for that. And it really is a comfortable pillow. I honestly wasn't sure I would actually like a memory foam type pillow, especially being primarily a stomach sleeper. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty awesome pillow, especially if you tend to get hot at night or deal with like a hot head or night sweats that sort of start in your head and neck and shoulder area. I think this is a great pillow for that. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't entirely sure that I would enjoy using a memory foam pillow of any kind. Years ago, when my husband and I got a Tempur-Pedic bed, it came with a couple of pillows as a bonus, which I appreciated because that mattress was freaking expensive. But that's neither here nor there. The memory foam pillows were awful. I hated them. He liked his, but he's normally like a back and side sleeper. I, on the other hand, am a stomach sleeper. And those memory foam pillows, it just was not going to work for me. If I was laying on my stomach or even a little on my side, my neck was all bent to the, directions that it shouldn't go. So I was a little apprehensive about trying the air pillow from 8 Sleep just because it was a memory foam type material. Now, it does have a 30-day trial, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and if it doesn't work out, I can send it back, and it's not a huge deal either way. But what intrigued me was the thickness of it. It didn't seem like it was that terribly bulky. So as somebody who mostly sleeps on her stomach, sometimes a little on my side, but kind of like stomach side-ish adjacent, it was important to me that any pillow that I got would be thin enough to be comfortable even if I was laying flat on my stomach. And the air pillow actually is. As you can see, like, it's not that thick. Like the memory foam pillows that we had gotten from Tempur-Pedic all those years ago were like twice this thickness. I was just not having it. This, on the other hand, being a stomach sleeper, it is still comfortable. And it's equally comfortable when I am laying on my back or on my side. I have a tendency to starfish on my back in the morning for some reason. I don't know why I do that. But the air pillow from 8 Sleep really is comfortable and conforming no matter what position that I'm laying in. And it doesn't get hot. My head doesn't get sweaty when I'm sleeping on it at night. Now, I do normally keep a thin silk pillowcase on this, so that I think helps too. I think at least part of that will come down to the material of your pillowcase. You're going to want to make sure that you're using a natural, breathable material that's not going to trap heat. But even that thin pillowcase, in my case, is really, really comfortable. The air flows through, the surface doesn't get hot, and that's the biggest difference with this. I think it allows a lot more air to flow through, thanks to the holes that are on either side of the pillow that just help the surface to stay cool to the touch. But even when you've been laying on it, your head's not getting hot and sweaty. And as far as firmness goes, It is a dense pillow. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a dense pillow, but it is weirdly soft too. Like, it doesn't take a lot to compress this. So when you lay on it and your head and your neck and everything sort of sinks into it, it's really soft and comfortable. It doesn't feel like you're sleeping on a rock, and it really does conform to your head and body like a glove, no matter what position you sleep in. And I definitely appreciate that, because I do prefer a softer pillow for the most part. Especially being a stomach sleeper, I would always kind of like smush it up around underneath my head in very specific ways. It was a whole thing. If you sleep on your stomach, you know that cycle, I'm sure. Now, the air pillow itself is not washable, but like I mentioned, the cover is. So whenever you need to wash it, you can just zip it, take it off, throw it in the laundry with your sheets and anything else, and then just put it back on. And like I mentioned, you will want to keep your own pillowcase on top of that. I would look for cotton, silk, linen, bamboo, hemp, even like eucalyptus-based Tencel or lyocell. Anything in that vein will help the air pillow to maintain its coolness and airflow better than heavy things or synthetics like polyester. I would definitely avoid synthetic materials, because those tend to trap heat more than any other, and when you're trying to keep your pillow as cool as possible, sort of defeats the purpose. Now, as much as I love my air pillow from 8 Sleep, there are pros and cons to consider if you're thinking about trying one. So the biggest pros: the construction is really soft and moldable, provides a lot of airflow that really helps your head, neck, and shoulders to stay cooler as you sleep. The form-fitting zippered cover comes off easily, so you can wash it and dry it, keep it fresh. It's available in queen and king sizes, at least right now. And it is considerably less compared to the 8 Sleep Pod pillow cover, which is an active cooling device that you would put over any pillow, including the air pillow if you wanted. But I think the biggest benefit along those lines is that the air pillow comes with a 30-night risk-free trial and a 5-year warranty. So if you decide to try it, don't really love it, or it just doesn't work for you, the returns are free if necessary. And then if you keep it, you've got a warranty that lasts 5 years. Now, there are always cons to anything, and the air pillow's no different. I think the biggest con is that it can be expensive compared to other memory foam pillows. And the pillow itself is not washable. You can spot clean, like just the surface if you absolutely need to, but if you're a drooler, or if you have a tendency to eat and drink in bed where you might spill things on it, it could potentially, maybe, I don't even know how it would work actually to put a waterproof cover over it. As far as like breathability, that's something that you would have to try if that is a real concern. Again, I think when you've got your regular pillowcase on top of the zippered case and you take both off to clean it, mild drooling and things like that aren't really gonna like sink into the actual pillow, so you should be okay. Now, this does not actively cool the same way as the pod pillow cover, because again, I mean, this is just a standalone pillow. It doesn't plug into anything. It doesn't have a cover that goes over it, that puts like water flow that controls the temperature or anything. But if you're a hot sleeper, I don't know that you necessarily need that with the air pillow, because it does have so much airflow. It really doesn't get hot, so your head isn't going to get sweaty. But at the same time, if you are somebody who needs a really cold pillow that stays ice cold all night long, or that you need it to be able to be warmed, the pod pillow cover might be a better option. Overall, I think the 8 Sleep Air Pillow is perfect for those that need a cooling pillow that doesn't absorb or trap body heat, whether you're a hot sleeper in general or you're dealing with hormonal fluctuations that are causing hot flashes and night sweats. I am firmly in that camp myself. I think the 8 Sleep Air Pillow is great when you don't need a pillow that can actively change or adjust its temperature between warm and cold overnight. If you're looking for a simpler cooling pillow solution that doesn't require a separate hub or any sort of technology associated with it, I think it's good if you prefer a memory foam based construction that's dense but also soft. And of course, if you want to be able to try a pillow for a few weeks to see if you like it, and you have the option of free returns if it doesn't work out. I really wasn't a fan of memory foam pillows of yore, like the ones from the past. This is different. So it could be worth trying, especially since you get the trial period and you can see for yourself whether it's going to provide as good of a night of sleep as you hope it will.